everybody, and welcome back to Alex Elliott Golf. If you've not already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. The button's just down below. Today's video is all about how we can stop sliding with these hips into the golf ball. Now, a lot of amateurs struggle with this. A lot of amateurs struggle with this feeling of rotary movement into the golf ball, and a lot of people slide. So I'm going to talk through what happens and what a slide causes through impact, and a feeling and a drill of how you can make sure we're going to work more rotary through the golf ball. So today's drill and today is all about how we can initiate that downswing better to work the golf club better into the back of the golf ball. So less slide into the back of the golf ball, and we're going to talk about how we can initiate a downswing better with the lower half in order to hit more efficient golf shots out on the golf course. So we've talked about in the golf swing, there's the sliding into the ball, or there's that rotary movement into the ball. We're addressing what that slide into the golf ball can cause to your ball flight and how we can eradicate that from your game. So what would that sliding into the golf ball cause in your golf game? So what does this excessive sliding or lateral movement into the golf ball cause in your golf swing? Well, firstly, before we talk about its effects on the ball flight, this lateral movement into the golf ball or sliding can narrow your downswing and steepen your angle of attack into the golf ball. Now, if we also look at this from down the line as well, as a result of you sliding into the golf ball, this club is going to predominantly travel from in to out. So travelling to the right of target for a right-handed player. Now, if we refer this back to ball flight, what can that cause? This can either cause that push, missing right of target, or it can cause that hook off to the left. Now, this can give you a two-way miss out on the golf course. Now, if we refer back to the guys in the European Tour and PGA Tour, when they're playing well and when they've had an interview after they've played well, they say they feel like they can take out one side of the golf course, whether that be the left or the right. They feel that they can eliminate one side of the golf course. Now, with this excessive lateral movement or slide, whatever way you want to call it, it's going to cause a two-way miss in your golf game. So let's talk about how we can eradicate that now and initiate that downswing better to also improve the way you enter the golf ball. So what would I like to see in order to make sure this club is moving into the back of the ball better and we eradicate this lateral movement into the golf ball? So I want to take a backswing now. Now, if I take a backswing, nice athletic posture to begin with, instead of feeling like the lower half moves laterally into the golf ball, so like this, I want you to feel as though my belt buckle is going to be pointing at the target. You can see here, if I move laterally, there's going to be very little rotation of bottom half, and the belt buckle here is not going to be pointing at the target. So I want you to feel, in order to feel like you can facilitate that belt buckle pointing towards the target, I want you to feel that to initiate your downswing, and this is where it's key, to initiate your downswing, I want you to feel like your left knee gets further away from your right. Now, this is a drill and it will look slightly over-exaggerated, but it's going to give you a great feeling in order to eradicate that lateral movement. So simply, I want you to stand over the golf ball, take a nice backswing. Instead of that lateral movement here and slide into the ball, I want you to simply feel that you're going to separate the left from the right knee. Now that's going to feel the left knee is getting further away from the right. This is going to make sure our belt buckle can be pointing through to the target more. Whereas if we slide, our belt buckle will not be pointing through to the target as much. Like, imagine we had a laser pointing off our belt. If we laterally, it's going to be pointing at the camera longer. If we had more rotation, our laser is going to be pointing at the target much earlier. So simply, I want you to feel this. To the top, left knee gets further away from the right, into this position here. Much stronger. Now, for people that do move laterally, this will feel almost like your weight is traveling behind the ball. This will be normal because you're so used to that weight traveling past the golf ball and head of the golf ball towards the target side. Immediately we feel a little bit more rotation. We're going to feel like we're more grounded. The weight's going to feel like it's more on the right side, but this is a good feeling for you to have. So again, this is how I want the drill to really evolve. I want you to swing to the top. 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to pull the trigger, and you can see there my belt buckle is pointing towards the target much earlier. And again, I'm going to clip this one away now. So I really want you to feel that we're going to swing to the top, so the left knee separates from the right. This helps facilitate that belt buckle pointing towards the target. Here we go. We're going to do it in 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So from there, I really felt that my belt buckle was working much faster towards the target and my left knee was getting further away from my right. Whereas if we slide, these knees stay pretty much even distance apart. this feeling that the left knee initiates the downswing, helps the belt buckle move towards the target much earlier. So what does this do to our golf club in order to help eliminate that two-way miss and that hook and push shot? With this greater rotation now and initiation of our downswing with the left knee separating from the right, allowing our belt buckle to point to the target much earlier, this allows our hands to fall more on playing and the club allowed to fall more on playing. So if I swing to the top here, the slide would cause the hands to drop under and cause that into out path. So club head travelling to the right of the target. So from here, if my hands and my left knees now initiate my downswing, you can see now how the club's dropping more onto a better plane. So we're going to swing to the top, my initiation of my downswing is my left knee into here. It's not a slide and the club head travelling right of target. This allows swing to the top, left knee separates, belt buckle towards target, a really nice movement through the ball and allows that grip to exit left. Whereas if we slide, it's a bit of a flip through the ball. I'm going to have to cause a lot of face rotation in order to kind of manipulate that ball and manipulate that club face to make sure we get that nice strike. So ultimately, if we can control the initiation of our downswing with the left knee separating, we're going to have a better, stronger, crisper strikes on the golf course. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. You know a great drill of how to stop that too much lateral movement into the golf ball and help you initiate that downswing, opening up, really getting that rotary movement through the ball. So not too much lateral, a nice bit of rotary into the ball in order to develop that nice crisp strikes. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to Alex Elliott Golf. See you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.